Hey all, Junior Bagel here, and in this video, I will be ranking all the Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games event on the Wii. This video is going to work a little different for two reasons. One, instead of ranking them from worst to best, we'll be putting them on a tier list. Dun dun dun! And second, who the f is Wii? Well, I knew I couldn't do this alone, because of how many games I would have to rank individually. So for that's why I invited a few of my friends, Meshi, Silver, Moises, and Nathan.
That's right.
Mommy.
What's up, f***ers?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Moises here, aka Fried Chicken Eater.
Yup, so how it works is we were each assigned an event, and we'll do our rankings on our games. We'll rank the events on how fun the events are and any of the references mentioned. So without further ado, let's go! Alright, so first off, we have 100-meter sprint. The objective of this game is to win the race by shaking the Wii remote up and down. You can also activate a special dash by pressing the A button. That's pretty much it. A very basic event and nothing much going on. So for that, I'm gonna have to give this event a solid C tier.
(110-meter hurdles). The objective of this game is the same as 100 meters, except it's slightly longer since you have to jump over the hurdles by pressing the B button as well as timing it correctly, but you'll get used to the timing eventually. I will say it's slightly better than 100 meters, so therefore I'm giving this a B tier.
Four times 100-meter relay. So basically, it's kind of like 100 meters. You'll have to shake the remote up and down to run, and shake the remote downwards at the right time to pass to your teammate. Doing it at the perfect time will give your teammate a boost. What makes it better than 100 meters is that there's 4 people playing it, so that's kind of why I think it's better. And it's definitely the best of the 3 track minigames. B tier.
Alright, now we are on to field games. Long jump. The objective of this game is to cheer the crowd up from clapping by swinging your Wii remote at the right timing, then sprinting by swinging the Wii remote up and down, pressing the B button to jump, and shaking the Wii remote while mid-air to travel further. It's not a bad game, but I will say it's pretty basic for a field game, and unless if you pick a power type, you'll be able to get the Olympic record easily. Therefore, B tier.
Hammer throw. In this game, you throw the hammer as far as you can by swinging the Wii remote left and right to get a swinging motion, and press B shortly before throwing the hammer. If you can time it correctly, you can even make your character roar by swinging the Wii remote up and down while the hammer is in midair. It does require some strategy, especially when timing the swing correctly. It is pretty satisfying when getting a high score and the perfect timing. It's an okay game overall, and I would rank it higher, but it just feels way too basic, so B tier.
Discus throw! Yet again, another basic minigame. Wow, so surprising, am I right, guys? Throw the discus as far as you can by timing your momentum 3 times perfectly, followed by timing your angle correctly, followed by timing your final swing before actually throwing it. That's pretty much it. There's nothing you can do while the discus is mid-air, unlike hammer throw and long jump. Another thing I wanted to mention is that getting the angle correct can be a pain to do sometimes, but eventually you'll get used to it and find out the strat one day. Definitely my least favorite field game out of the 4. C tier.
Javelin throw, for sure better than discus throw. Swing the rear mode up and down to run. Press the B button to time your angle and swing the rear mode downwards at the right time before throwing the stick. Definitely the best field game out there, way better than discus throw, and the angling is way easier than in discus throw. I am very biased about this, I know, but this is going into A tier.
Alright, cool. So we are now done with the athletic games. Now we're doing the gymnastic games. Uneven bars. You have to press B to grab onto the bars and swing at the right timing to gain momentum to swing to the next bar. Bear in mind you have to do all of this at the right timing, so like you have to time your swings correctly. And then you have to do the final landing at the end. The better your landings are, the more points you'll get. However, the controls can sometimes be annoying, but getting a perfect 30 is still relatively simple, even if the ending is a bit annoying to master. But eventually you'll succeed. B tier.
Alright, trampoline. The objective of this game is to perform as many tricks in the air by doing some weird movement on your rear remote, as well as timing it well within a certain amount of jumps, which I forget how many jumps, but yeah. This game can get your arm pretty sore and is very mid compared to the other gymnastic games. C tier.
Okay, Rhythmic Ribbon. You pick a song out of 3, and as your character approaches the blue, red, or yellow circle, you swing your Wii Remote down when they hit the center dot for a perfect timing. Later on, they will ask you to spin your Wii Remote or balance it at the end. You will have to give it out all your energy to do the final pose. Sometimes it can be fun, but it can also be very stressful at the same time. When you get a perfect timing, it's satisfying, but when you mess it up, it's very stressful. As someone who's not an expert at this game compared to Silver, Meshi, or Mongol, the timing can be very hard during the end. This game gives me mixed opinions, so I would say C tier.
Alright, now we are in the Aquatics. 100 meter freestyle. The goal of the game is you are given a swim movement such as a crawl, aka freestyle, butterfly, breaststroke, or other special things like a water sprint, doggy paddle, and gator style, which all depends on the character you select, which you will have to copy the movements. You can activate a special dash later on with the A button whenever you feel like it to get a small boost. Once you reach the other side first, you will need to perform a flip turn by swinging the Wii Remote at perfect timing. I don't like how they don't provide a bar if you're going too fast, but other than that, it's a fun game. At least in this game. Short and simple. B tier.
Oh boy, synchronized swimming. Where the f do I even begin?
This game blows!
Yeah, the controls are unresponsive as f, and the timing feels off by like 99% of the game. Basically, Rhythmic Ribbon, but a million times worse. I got nothing else to say other than the fact that it's a minigame. F tier, please. Absolute garbage minigame, thank you.
Canoeing? Wait, what the hell is a canoeing? Okay, so canoeing exists in this game, and I'm saying that because it's not really memorable. All you do here is swing the wheel at the right time so that you can get more speed, I guess. And at the end, you just kinda shut off your wheel remote, like how you do in Mario Party 8 or something. It's a relatively simple game if you ask me, and I never really went out of my way to play it, because it's just not as memorable as most of the other mini games. But for the few people who actually want to get the world record, the best advice is to use two remotes so that you can get more speed. Also, back to my question, what the hell is a canoeing? Theater.
Howdy, mans. We doing equestrian. Now, the reason I'm doing this in a cowboy accent is because Bagel, aka my boss, told me so and that he would whoop my ass as well as giving me my favorite food, fried chicken and watermelon. Anyways, about the game, you ride your horse, giddy up, and jump on the obstacles by pressing the 2 button with perfect timing. That's pretty much it. Okay, Bagel, can I stop talking like this?
No! Now get back to talking in your cowboy accent!
Fine.
Good boy.
Yo, what the f*** you say to me, you smelly Indian dude?
I said get back to work, you or else you're fired, your ass will be whooped, and no fried chicken and watermelon for you!
Ugh. Anyways, the controls are pretty accurate, easy to get the timing, and the game is overall fun. So for that, A tier.
Nathan. Earth to Nathan. Nathan!
Huh? What's going on?
It's your turn! Do your game before I make you suck my 72 times! Do you hear me, fried chicken balls?
Dang, you don't gotta be so strict. Anyways, badminton. All you do is swing the rear remote up to hit the shuttlecock. Haha, shuttlecock. Anyway, that's it. You score points. Well, this is awkward. What am I even supposed to say about this mode other than it's dull, endless, and boring? It's so boring that I almost gave up on it. I guess the power-up is cool, but D tier. Oh, thank God my work is done for now. Time to take a nap.
Beach volleyball, practically badminton, but slightly better, because instead of hitting the shuttlecock, you'd be slapping balls into the ground, which I for sure love to do.
Hey yo, what the f?
However, it's slightly worse than table tennis, which Silver will talk about later. You hit the balls back and forth, score points to win. I will say that blocking shots can be pretty easy if you know what you're doing and you're not a big fat artard. But your teammates can sometimes be annoying and another artard, but not all the time. Just make sure you have control on both players in order to prevent that. C tier.
Alright, table tennis, or ping pong, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ping 'em the mill pawns! Again, rally the ball back and forth. You can activate the power shots whenever the game allows you to. Very straightforward, better than volleyball and badminton for sure, and easier too. The game, however, can take a long time depending on how much you set it at. Lastly, when you do a super shot, it sometimes can be unresponsive when activating it. With that said, B tier.
Okay, so now we're on football. And this one is definitely an S tier. So basically in this, you have to kick the ball and pass it to teammates when you need to. And you can also do a special kick. And it requires some good strategy, which is awesome. This game kinda shares some similarities to ice hockey from the Vancouver game, but except this time it's more engaging and strategic, and it's a very fun game overall. S tier.
Alright, I'm about to be shooting some bitches with this one. Shooting. You shoot 5 targets from 5 different stages. The stages get more difficult as you progress. It's a very standard and boring game if you ask me. It's very easy to get the default Olympic record unless you're the dumbass who shoots 2 bullets in the same target. However, in order to get the world record for this game, you'll need a huge amount of accuracy and precision. D tier.
Okay, fencing. The goal of this event is to stab the other person as many times as you can until you can reach the amount required. You can do stuff like a normal and special thrust. If you hold down the B button for a good time, you can activate your special thrust with the A and B button. I really enjoy this event a lot. I can't lie, and this is the only game where if you put the CPU difficulty at hard, it is very challenging. It gives you a lot of strategy in a very good way. For that, I think it deserves an A tier.
Alright, the last Olympic game before we head on to the dream event. Cycling. You and 3 other teammates cycle around for a certain amount of laps, and you press a series of buttons to switch positions. I will say though, it can be pretty hard to be in line with your allies, but other than that, it's pretty easy and a self-explanatory game. Just remember to be slow and steady when you're about to switch positions. B tier. Okay, we are finally in the dream event, so expect to hear some positive reviews on the majority of the games. Anyways, back to the point. Dream Long Jump. A 2D platformer race on trying to get the farthest distance from others. You can do many things such as jumping on clouds, ground pounding on the ones with faces to divide them in half, and ground pounding the thunder clouds to shoot bolts from the corners. There's also obstacles like the bullet and Cheep Cheep that you'll encounter occasionally. But other than that, this is one of the best dream events in my opinion, because it's very fun and it's for sure a million times better than regular long jump. I love the obstacles, mechanics, and the tactics of the game. S tier.
Dream wafting. I'll just try and keep this one as short as possible. Dream wafting is trash. Okay, so it's not that bad. But let's talk about it. First of all, the 3 other teammates aren't really that helpful, especially when it's the computer players, because like, if you have 3 other people with you, then it's perfectly fine. I mean, the game itself is kind of about you going through obstacles and like trying to collect coins or ground pound to defeat pocket puffers and then beat the blooper at the end. I personally have mixed feelings about this event, because while I like everything, like I like its idea, but what's holding it back is the fact that the teammates can be stupid most of the time, and just the controlling of the waft can also be annoying. But it would have been an F tier, but because there are actually some things that I actually like, I will save it and put it in E tier.
Dream Discus. You hop on a discus and ride around to collect rings. There's stuff the game offers such as boxes with 5 to 10 rings, and those flying things I don't know what they're called, but basically if you hit them by pressing 2 and tapping the D-pad, you can also get rings that way. At the end, there's a target you land on with 50 being the highest you can earn. So yeah, overall this concept and the obstacles are good. I like the fact you can screw up the CPU by making them crash. B tier.
Dream Uneven Bars. In this one, you swing from bar to score a point until the bar circle thing gets empty. Green will give you 1 point by default, and pink will give you 2 points. At the end, you are forced to land on the finish pad to gain some extra points. I like the fact that you can earn more points if multiple people are swinging on the same bar. It's a simple minigame, and it's for sure better than regular uneven bars. It's really good, but not as good to be on S or A tier, so I would say a B tier.
Dream Hurdles. Score points by jumping on hurdles as well as leapfrogging on opponents. There's also question mark boxes, which can either speed up the track, spawn green shells, activate a star, and make the track go in reverse. This event is very intense, and for that, I f***ing love it. The only reason why I'm not giving it an S tier though is because the green shell hitboxes is very bullshit. Therefore, A tier. Alrighty, dream a question. The objective of this game is to reach the finish line as fast as possible without dropping a singular Yoshi egg. If you drop a Yoshi egg, 10 seconds will be added to your overall time. You will face some serious obstacles from Kamek and some on-screen instructions. This is one of the few events where the original is better than the dream event. The steering can be inaccurate. Lastly, it can become challenging sometimes when you lose one of the eggs since it adds time. But you can still get first place even if you lose one, so be careful with this one. A tier.
Okay, so now we got Dream Sprint. The premise of this game is basically like Super Monkey Ball. You got you and a ball, and you got to race to the finish line. This game provides a lot of stuff like shortcuts, ramps, tunnels, loop-de-loops, and so on. It's fun to go inside this shortcut at the pinball area, and it's got that Sonic charm. And you get to battle King Boo as a boss battle in this game, which is very awesome, which is why it deserves to go in F tier.
Wait, what the
Yeah, that's right, you heard me.
Dude, but you were straight up glazing on the game!
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Messi, I should kick your f***s.
Oi, Mongol, chill out, I was just joking.
The f*** did you just call me?
Serious stuff though. S tier.
Alrighty guys, Dream Trampoline. You have 8 turns in this game, and you score as many points to win. There's 2 parts to this game. One where you are jumping on a trampoline and performing tricks the game gives you, and second, when you're not jumping, instead clapping by swinging the Wii Remote down at the right timing. Definitely better than the regular trampoline event, and I love getting my arms in sore pain. Lastly, the music slaps harder than Will Smith. So for that, S tier.
Let's go!
Dream Spacewalk. You and 3 other teammates are in the air aiming to kill Petey Piranha. You do stuff in this event such as all 4 gathering in one circle, 4 players going in the assigned circle, or the 4 players going in any circle. As you're in the circle, you must stay in the circle for at least 3 to 5 seconds before you get launched to hit Petey Piranha. If you spam the 2 button as you're getting launched, you can deal more damage than not just pressing 2. There's also meteor balls that Petey Piranha tends to launch when enraged. You can hit the meteor balls back by pressing the 2 button with precise timing. Overall, I love the event itself as well as the Mario Galaxy reference. Lastly, I personally just enjoy Petey Piranha as well as the obstacles, so for that, for sure, S tier.
From now on, you're private fried chicken balls.
And finally, for the last event, Dream Fencing. Oh boy. This event is a 4-way fight fencing. You can do stuff like jumping, thrusting, a 360 spin, and of course, the special attack. There's obstacles you will encounter in the game, such as the spike balls for eliminated players, and those robot-looking fucks. I don't even know what they are called. But yeah, this Dream event is awesome. This, Dream Long Jump, and Dream Sprint might just be my top 3 all-time favorite Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Game events on the Wii. Love the obstacles, despite the fact I don't know what they're really called. Not only is it better than real fencing, but the power-ups in this game are without a doubt better than the real ones. S tier, absolute legend game. Please play this game. Phew! Now we're finally done ranking all of the Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Game events on the Wii on a tier list. Good job, boys! Hey guys, are any of y'all there? They left, didn't they? Fuck me.
Say less.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Anyways, with all that said, this concludes our video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. If you want to support the channel even more, feel free to leave a donation or become a member of the channel. Be sure to subscribe to the other guys' channel that were in this video. I'll leave their link in the description. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which is gonna be me ranking all Wii Party minigames. That includes the 4-player, the 1v3, the 1v1s, and the pair. So yeah. Later!